Bengals, Browns, week 18. Browns eliminated. Bengals clinched. I'll be honest, I don't really know what we're going to get out of this football game. I mean, Bengals struggle to beat the Browns. That is their one kryptonite still, really, if you will. They just seem like they don't have an answer for it. They got beat up by them earlier this year. So you'd love to see a team go out there, win that football game, get some momentum into the playoffs. Meanwhile, you got a chance to, if you want, rest some starters. Specifically, I mean, you're not going to rest offensive linemen and then start your quarterback, of course, but that's an area where you be careful with some of these injuries coming up. You got to be worrisome of. So do you have a full repertoire to work with against the Cleveland Browns, first of all? The second of all, this Cleveland Browns team, that they're now eliminated from playoffs. They don't have much to play for themselves. They ain't going into this game playing spoiler because the Bengals already clinched. So I wonder where the team morale is for the Browns entering this football game. We already know they ground and pound. Bengals going to struggle. It's now being said that Baker Mayfield won't be playing this Sunday. Out for the Browns again. It just raises more questions for whether or not the Bengals are to start any of their big starters this week, with the Browns starting quarterback being down. Case Keenum coming in. As we know, though, it's been the run game that's really done the damage for the Browns throughout the year. Coming off being eliminated, coming off Pittsburgh, Cleveland. I won't know the result of that game until the video will be out after this, or that game's over with, but we recorded it before. It's Monday right now. Monday Night Football. We'll see what happens between the Browns and Steelers. I look at this as a big game for the Bengals. You lose this football game, and you can really fall down in the seeding. You might play the Patriots in the first round. I don't know if I want to play the Patriots in the first round. That's probably the one team I'd be the most concerned about, because Bill Belichick is just an absolute mastermind when it comes to game planning against teams. But you go out there and you beat the Cleveland Browns, and I think I got this right. They don't talk about this, so I might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure if the Titans lose, the Chiefs lose, and the Bengals win, they're the number one seed. I believe that's how that'd go. Bengals ain't played the Titans this year. They have the best conference record among the three teams. It's a lot to ask for because they ain't playing the toughest teams, but if that were to happen, Bengals would be the number one seed. If the Chiefs lose, Bengals win, Bengals be the number 2 seed. I think that's something worth playing for alone, is that the Chiefs lose, because you're going to play a team like the Chiefs twice. It's like playing Joe Burrow twice. You're going to get their best and then some the second time around, and they're going to be a hard team to stop. There was a hard team to stop in the first place. But you go into Arrowhead, that's a scary place to play. So I think the Bengals have a lot to play for in this one. You weigh the injury risk, but at the same time, you have to say, hey, what can we do to put ourselves in best position, not just this week, next week, the week after that. And I just don't think this is a football team that wants to roll over if they don't have to. I mean, hey, this game gets out of hand in the second half, and you could say they're up 2-3 touchdowns against the Browns, then go out there and bench your players. I don't think that happens, though. I think it's a game that, ends up being a close game, because the Bengals do, again, they struggle to slow the Cleveland Browns down. I think they're a hot team right now, though. 3-game win streak. You go out there, beat the Browns, 4-game win streak, entering playoffs. I think there's a very good chance it happens. I think the Bengals are riding an absolute high right now. And if they was going to fall off that high, like we've seen them do multiple times this year, it would have been against Kansas City. They was already on that 2-game win streak. They'd already thumped the Steelers, the Ravens, and you was going to go and play Kansas City. Ravens, Steelers. It was Denver. Denver and Ravens, nonetheless. You beat the Baltimore Ravens in massive game, biggest game of the year, handedly. If they was going to fall off from that, I think it's Kansas City. So I think they come in with a lot of momentum. They get that monkey off their back in playing the Cleveland Browns. They beat them, and they come into the postseason with a lot of momentum. I'm going to say Bengals 35. Let's go Bengals 34. Feeling froggy. Bengals 34. Browns 27. Love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.